Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer. What a pleasure to meet you. I'm a huge fan. I love the
Thank
show.
you. Thanks so much. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah. So before we talk about episode 9, I wanted to ask you, like, how you reacted when you found out that Melanie would be gone for most of season 2 and 3. What was that like?
Um, well, it was kind of more of a conversation that we had together. So it wasn't like a revelation. It was sort of more the result of you know, a process of conversations of what would happen with Mel and the storyline.
Cool. Okay. So, how did it feel to be officially back as Melanie and not like a dream version of Melanie, like to slip back into her skin after so long?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the episode where she comes and she kind of helps push Alex towards, confronting this part of her past, and sort of walks beside her. But I enjoyed more, if I can say, if I'm allowed to say that, being there in reality and that reunion, the reunion of her,
Oh,
uh, sort of seeing her daughter again, who she thought, you know,
and I love the scene when you came back to the cockpit, like the homecoming scene, where we just you getting to sit back in your train, basically. I thought that was such a
mhm.
great scene.
Oh, thanks. Um,
Uh,
yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed I just thought, God, imagine what that must be like to feel like, when you have one of those, to be in that state of just everything that you see, all the people, all the relationships, all the places, that you thought you'd never be able to see again. I think that at some point she kind of, as much as she's an optimist and is really stubborn and thinks that, believes that she'll make it through, I'm sure there are times of serious doubt, and I think it was a huge reset in terms of gratitude and appreciation and just joy at being with those people and in those places again.
yeah, totally. And I'm a Snowpiercer diehard, and I live for Melanie and Alex scenes. I think Rowan Blanchard, I think, really is such a heavy hitter now. She stepped up her game, especially in season 3. Can you talk about your scenes together, like reuniting?
She's great. Uh, I adore her. She's a lovely, wonderful person, and I agree. I think she's done such a great job in the show. I love working with her. She, I feel that she's really available as an actor. She's so open. She so wants to connect with, I feel that when I'm working with her, like she really wants to connect. She's really listening. She's really available in every way. Um, and I think for that relationship, that it's just so, it works so well. Like when I look at her, I can just feel her like all there, you know. Um, and so it's really a joy. We don't really, we just, I have a great time working with her.
Yeah, it shows. Like you have such amazing chemistry. Like you really feel the relationship. Um, Now, Ben's not her father, right? Like, do we know are we ever going to find out who her father is?
I don't know. You have to watch the next season.
Oh, okay. um,
Let's
so,
see. I don't know.
okay. I just want to put you on a spot there really quick. um, Obviously, so a lot has happened while Melanie was away, and Snowpiercer now doesn't resemble the train the way she ran it. Like, there's even a line about how it's there's no classes anymore, and she saw a Snowpiercer that she's never seen before. So, what have you liked the most about how Snowpiercer has turned out while Melanie was away, and what have you disliked?
Well, I think that she likes. I mean, I think I think that she's in a really difficult place because I think that she really loves, she can see what this hope of New Eden has given to the passengers. Um and it's a wonderful thing. And uh but at the same time she doesn't trust it. She doesn't like, she doesn't like the way, she doesn't like the fact that the truth was kept from the passengers and that they're clinging on to something that may or may not be true, may or may not correlate with reality. And so I think that's very disturbing for her to come back to. And I think that all she wants is to, you know, be in that state that we talked about, where she's like full of joy and witnessing this hope and this sort of like this train without borders, where, you know, there's this promise, and she's so grateful to be there and so grateful to be with people that she loves. And at the same time, she kind of has to take that hope away from them, because it's so disturbing to her that they don't know what's at risk.
Yeah, I love that turn where it went from so many happy reunions, then all of a sudden she watched the science, she was checking out what actually happened, and then she got like really grim, and then you know, she became Melanie. I've got to do what I've got to do again, which is, I love that character so much.
I love that about her too. You know, I mean, it's like she just can't, and she tries to. I mean, you know, like she tries to go along with it, and she gets dressed up and puts on the makeup and goes to the party, and, you know, is really wants to let it be so, but she just can't deny the facts and the science. And, you know, she doesn't know for sure that she's right. She just knows for sure that the sort of the version of truth that Leighton has presented is not accurate. You know, what he's presented isn't accurate, and she doesn't feel that that's fair. So she has to intervene, which is so frustrating of her. And so, but I you know, I love that she makes that choice. It's like so frustrating and so noble, and you know, all that at the same time.
So going into the finale, so we're set up again for it's Melanie versus Leighton and Wilford, of course. Now that train is 1,029 cars long. Is it honestly not big enough for the three of you? Like,
those are three very big personalities. Yeah, well said.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that you know, Leighton and Melanie have come to really respect one another, and they find themselves kind of in oppositional positions, you know, in this episode. But I think fundamentally they are people that can work together, and that respect one another, and that can talk. I mean, I think that she's very frustrated that he won't talk to her when she comes back. And so she forces the issue. And then they do, and you know, it happens again, as it happened in the past, that once they're able to sit down together and begin that negotiation, they're able to get somewhere together.
Okay, I think we're out of time. Thank you so much for speaking with me. I love the show.
I'm so glad you love it. That's so great to hear. Thank you.
Really, I'm a diehard. I think the show is just amazing. Like, it works on so many levels. It speaks to our humanity in so many ways, and the characters are just unbelievably great.